Dancing. Everyone likes to dance. When you hear music, you tend to move your body, right? If it's something really catchy, you make you want to do that little moves and have fun. Because some songs are like that. With VTubing, we can't really move our bodies as much as we want to, especially if we don't have tracking software like this. Let's talk about making your VRoid character move to the beat. I've found two applications that basically let your VRoid model move. This is for VRoid models. So if you have 2D, I don't know if anyone has figured that out. I mostly use VRoid models, so if I do find out that you can do it with Live 2D, I'll be the first to let you know. But for now, let's talk about VRoid because, well, that's my thing. So there are two applications that does this. One is called Dancing, and the other one is VRM Live Viewer. I'm going to tell you how both of these applications works, how you can put the music and files in, basically everything you need to know, because I think both of these applications are really useful and I use these two depending on the situation. So one of these might be your thing or one of be not. So let's start with the easier option. Alright, well, for the first application, it's called Dancing. The problem is the creator of this app basically named it really weird on Steam, because on Steam it's called AMV Maker for VRoid, VRM, and MMD Max Supported. Which I must say, not really the best name for this application. They should have just called it Dancing. You know, when you type this in the search bar, you can't even find it, even if you type dancing. So I'm gonna put the link on the description of this video below. So if you need it, please just click on the link there. And if you want to share it, share that link, because my God, dancing is a tool to help you create music video with your avatar with a few clicks. You would upload VRM avatar file, VMD motion file, VMD music into it. So what this does, if you're familiar with Miku Miku Dance, they use a different kind of 3D models. 3D models designed for it. What Dancing does lets your VRM load motion files or dance files designed for MMD and then put it to your model. It's that simple. For Dancing, it is real cheap. It's showing in peso. Here, Philippine peso, it's $59.95, probably just $1 or $1.50. For me, it's about $1 and a few cents. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. So let me boot up the Dancing app and we'll take a look how it looks, or how it goes. Alright, so when you boot up Dancing, this is the first thing that will pop up. It's this thing. They're basically advertising their items, which is in booths. So you'll be greeted with this, the layout. It does look like if you work on like a video editing software. So that's how it looks like. It's pretty basic. These are the buttons you need. This is where you change the background, the model on stage. And over here, this is where you put the motions, the camera angles that you like. So let's do a quick one that I already have. What you can do in this application is load dance files, music, and your model. Let's first load the model. All we have to do is to go over here. Let's click that. It would show characters. Dancing has up to 8 characters max on this application, which is already a lot. But if you do have a lot of models, I've done that before. If you do have a lot of models, then you can just load them here, but you will have to position them differently. So let's load a model. You can click VR here, which is this one. If you uploaded them to your VRoid Studio, then it will load them here. You can click on this one, which will let you browse your local files and load up your model. So let's just do that. Over here, I think I found it. It's gonna load the model, and what do you know? There I am. Let's talk about the other buttons on the left side first. So over here on the very top, this is called Change Stage. There are multiple preset stages here. Right now it's loaded the first one, which is a stage that has the dancing logo all over it. We have a pink stage. Let's move it here and let me show you. Pink stage. We have a simple background with simple flooring. There's tons of background. You can even have just green screen if you plan to use it for other things, or you can even put it on stream once you recorded it. We have other cool backgrounds here. I'll let you guys explore that some other time, but for now let's just stick with the simple background. I go with the white one with reflective floors. Now, once you selected the stage, it will also let you move its properties, which is right here. Now, if you move the values here, like the Z, which is moving forward and backward, with the Y to go up and down, it moves the stage, not you. Reminder, if you just need to put it back to default, just put 0 and everything and it will put it back. Rotation, you can also rotate the stage, which is actually pretty cool to see. Side to side, forward and backward, that's for rotation. You can also change the scale of the stage. As you can see, you can shrink it, you can enlarge it, which also affects the lighting of the stage. The default for scale is always 1, so if you need to put it back to norm. Avatar transform, when you click the avatar transform, which is right here, over here, it pops up that window that basically controls your character position, basically your position in the stage. Remember you can drag the letters on the side of these boxes. You can drag X and Y instead of inputting a number. Y is for upwards and downwards, X is for left and right. Just put back to 0 once you're done, or if you need to reset, Z for forward and backward. It's that simple. Now, rotation, obviously, set to default. Complete 180 will turn you around. If you know your math, then you know what it does. 180 for a complete turnaround. If you put 360, it turns it back to you. Now, scale here basically changes the scale of your model. So if you need your models to be taller or bigger, instead of controlling the stage, you can do so yourself. Let's see what else we can do. Free camera basically just lets you look around the stage if you need to. It doesn't do anything for your end result. Lighting is basically the lighting for the stage. If you look carefully, there's shadow applied to me because of the lighting. If you move it, there you go. You can move the lighting of the room. Reminder, when you do change the stage or the room of this app, it will reset the light setup. If you're not done looking for rooms, don't change the light setup. Let's see the main thing that we came for this application. The main thing about this is obviously this. Miku Miku Dance Motions. Some of these I've already downloaded. There are some sample ones here, like these ones. Some of these I've downloaded. Let's say I want to put Say So Dance. You drag it here and then drop. Now, as you can see, my motion started to move. So it will start to move. That is a sample though. Well, it's not a sample. It's one of those that I downloaded. I'll put the link in the description if you want to use that. Now, let's take a look at the other tabs on this part. Camera basically lets you control where the camera would be if you are trying to make a music video. Let's see, close shot. Put you up close to the model. If you want to control the camera, right click. And there are position offsets here. If you know what X and Y and Z does, then you already know. X is sideways, Y is vertical, Z is forward and backward. Rotation, as you can see. Again, you can reset these by putting 0 to their values. If you play this video with this on, the camera stays in that position. As you can see, let me play it out for you. Although, as you can see, it tends to go out of shot, so what you can do instead is use a different camera. Let's say before I get out of the shot, I use something else like mid-shot handshake. Let's put that in. Right click. So this is where we discuss the other parts here. If you see, select avatar VRM0. VRM0 is the current model on screen. If you have other models, click here, it will go up to 8. If you click here, the way it's numbered is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That's how it's numbered. So just remember, if you're confused which one is talking about, you can always look here, click which models that you already have, and then check where are they positioned here. That's what their number is going to be. So right now I only have 1, so it's 0. Let's take a look what the look point does. Now there's going to be a bunch of terms here, but these are referring to the joints of your model. Root is your feet. Hips is your hips. Spine, it's easy. The look point is basically where you want the camera to focus. Mid shot, hand shake, which is basically a bit farther from the close shot. Let's do head and see what happens. I'll put the playback here, somewhere here, and I'll go back here and play the thing. See what happens when I load this. The camera zooms out and there's a bit of shake. There you go. So those are the things you can do with the camera, but there are more things you can do actually. So you go here to the close shot, right click, you can change the expression of every model that you have here. So let's say I want to make it a joy face. Now I have the joy face. Throw out the video. It's not yet a video, but you can export it as a video. I'll show that later. Those are the effects. You can turn off the wind because there will be wind blowing for your model. Post-process, if you want effects. Lip sync, it will... I don't recommend putting lip sync because, well, let me show you. I'm not sure if I can put this on, but you know what? Let's, for the sake of the video, let's put some music in it. I'll put the Say So cover. As you can see, the lip sync relies on the sound it's going to hear. So your character will move its lips whether you like it or not. Unless you have an a cappella version that can go along with this. So it's best to turn it off. Right, so I'm going to put the download link for this dance motion in the description so you can try it out yourself, or you can use the samples that is in here. Let me show you how to load this into the app. You just have to go to load assets, which is on the top there. This is the manual version how to load your models. Load avatar, basically how to load your model. Load a VRoid avatar, which is, I don't know why, but basically there's two ways for you to load it. Load motion, which is where you load the motion file. Usually these motions are called VRM files, so keep an eye out for that. Usually they'll just name that motion.vrm when you download it from online. Music is basically an MP3 or a WAV file. When you click this, it will open a file browser. Just look for where you downloaded the file, and there you go. VFX video, PMX, and all of that. Now, sometimes the motion you download will come with a VMD camera. Now, VMD cameras are really cool because they are preset cameras, pre-made camera angles for that dance motion. Let me show you what I mean. Once you've loaded the VMD camera, this will show up. This one over here. This one. This controls the new camera. Now, while you have this on, you cannot use the camera setups here, but you can use this to control the expressions of your model throughout the motion. Go back here and I'll show you what this camera does. This is a VMD camera. There you go. This is gonna require some work, maybe a combination of transforming the model, configuring the camera, but obviously it has a bit troubles because it's focusing on the wrong spots. It's not even focusing on the face. So let's try to fix it. Character transform, we could make my model smaller. Alright, well, it's mostly fixed, but as you can see, VMD cameras, sometimes they come with your dance motion, so you don't have to set up a bunch of cameras to make it a proper looking music video, but they don't always come with that. Now this camera setup is because the one who made the motion made the camera angles too. Make use of it if you do have it in your dance files. Once you're done here, if you want to export the video, you just click this red button. You can even export it in 4K, 60 FPS, which gonna take a little bit longer, or you can set it at a set time. But yeah, you can just hit start record, it will record everything. But before you do that, make sure to look at the end of your dance here. For example, this dance ends in 233 seconds. Let's just say it ends at 235. So click this wrench here, put 235 seconds, hit confirm, and it will end the dance motion at 235. It ends the motion at 235. You can hit record, start record, and then your video will be ready for upload on YouTube, Twitter, or anywhere else. Reminder, when you download dance motions, a lot of these motions are free. The least you can do is give them credit for it, okay? Because it'll be unfair. Just to be fair to them, let the people know where you got the emotion from. A lot of these people are unsung heroes for the Miku Miku dance community. We don't need to add more villains to their side just because we won't credit them. Some motions won't be free. They do look better though, because that's what they do for a living, or they're really passionate about it, but they want to earn a little side money. And don't hate on them just because they do that. If you're good at something, don't do it for free, as one great guy said. I think it was a great guy. So that's pretty much the basics of dancing. If you guys like what you see, you should give it a try. Although it is not free, it is just like $1 or $2. Which is not bad, right? It's pretty cheap, it's simple to use. Anyways, let's move to the second application.